The most powerful voice you hear every day isn't from someone else, but it's actually from inside your own head. I just came back from the hospital doing all this, and you have a lot of self reflection going on when you're in the hospital thinking you might not wake up. You might not be to hold your kids. You might not be to see your wife again. You might not,
True.
certain things. And I asked her, what do you think about? Because I could have died, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
mean after real talk, right? And she said, I just didn't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? I would have to get in with so much things going on. But as I saw technically set up, Doc, run us how important this is, what we're going to be going over, and how it's going to situate your life and how it shapes your reality.
And so when we say certain things to ourselves, we become the echo chamber. So we got to be so careful what we say. That's what we're going to end up believing. And we also got to be careful about what we look at and what content we consume, because a lot of times what ends up happening is, because the way our belief system works, we are literally looking for echo chambers. Your brain is
Mm.
constantly looking for things to reinforce its belief, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's constantly looking for things to reinforce your belief. So, that self-talk you're doing, where I'm not good enough, or I can't do it, or it's too scary, or it's never going to work out, or I'm always going to be lonely. You're literally creating that world, right? That your brain's going to be like, okay, well, it's going to make that come to pass. So that self-talk is so dangerous, because you will literally talk yourself to death. Honestly, I mean, that's critical. I mean, that's the only validation that actually sticks. Outside validation is fleeting and it's not fulfilling. The best way I can put it, it's like if you're starving, outside validation is like getting a piece of candy. Intrinsic internal validation is like a steak from a fancy steakhouse with potatoes, and a dessert, and a salad. It's not even a comparison. Right. But unfortunately, we've been taught to seek outside validation. We've been taught to seek the outside candy in order to validate ourselves. Oh, your self talk is everything. Your self-talk is everything. And the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So literally, as your thoughts, as your based off your thoughts, that's going to create who you are. Right. Whether you're a believer or not, it doesn't matter. I mean, the truth is the truth, and the fact is the fact. Right. Because neuroscience says the same thing. A lot of people out there, a lot of people say the same thing. Like, and you see it. You see it. You talk to anyone who's been successful, anyone who's got out of it, they had to change how they thought, right? If that's why I was actually watching a video this morning, Gordon. It was about, and maybe I think it might be relevant, but in any case, it is relevant. It was about the lottery winners and how there's these lottery winners who win this money and then they destroy their life, right?
Oh, all the time.
And the problem is, people think, oh, the lottery is so bad. It's the money, it's so bad. Money is the root of all evil, and all this stuff like that. I'm like, no, you missed the point. It has nothing to do with the money. Nothing to do with the money. Their mindset was trash before they got the money. So with a
Correct.
trash mindset, all money is going to do is amplify that garbage mindset. It's going to amplify the negative self-talk. It's going to amplify the lack of self-esteem, the lack of confidence. First thing you got to do is you got to admit that I'm the one that created this scenario in this life. I created
Oh,
this
that's
prison.
deep. Deep.
That's the
Okay.
first thing you have to do. I created my misery. I created this prison I'm in. I'm the one that created the lock. I created the key. I'm the one that locked. I created this scenario. You got to take personal responsibility. I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
You cannot
That's the
solve.
number.
You can't solve your financial issues. You can't solve your health issues. You can't solve your relationship issues. You can't solve your personal issues until you first say, I did it. It's me. Is this self-talk true? And then you start finding evidence against it, how it's not true. Because a lot of times all we do is find confirmatory evidence to reinforce the belief, but now we're breaking the belief down. And here's the thing, when it comes to negative self-talk and being in that echo chamber, it doesn't take much. It does not take much to poke holes in a negative belief. I promise you that.
Absolutely.
You could break it down in no time at all, because when we have these negative beliefs, we think they're all encompassing and all consuming. Why? Because we leave out a tremendous amount of information.
As always, thanks for watching and supporting us through all of this. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and check out more content on all of our playlists. We'll see you in the next one.